walkthrough. I know we're posting videos all the time now, but we were doing some live walkthroughs. So I figured why not tonight. I was here late doing some computer work and some updates. So we just got all the American Graffiti cars in here. We are short one. We weren't even planning on bringing, but they have a Citron as well, which completes the collection. So I think I'm going to get that here before the weekend. Just got to figure out how we're going to fit it in here. But yeah, I figured I'd hop on, do a quick walkthrough live here. It's not going to be a long video, but enough for you guys to kind of see what's going on. And the best timing with nobody here. And I just turning off the lights, I thought, wow, it looks cool. I should get online and do a live here. So I've been struggling to keep up with filming for daily vlogging, getting better with it here. We're short-staffed, a few people up front here, so Mark and myself have been worked hard to try and keep the guys going and keep the customers happy, and also work with this new showroom that keeps us extremely busy with customers. We've had almost one person from every province in here since we've opened up this showroom, just from passing by and wanting to come back and see what we got going on. So it's been pretty awesome being on the new location right on Highway 1 here in Chilliwack. So anyway, gonna do a quick walkthrough. I'll go through individually on all of these American Graffiti cars that are here, give you a bit of a show of what they're all about, and we'll do a quick walkthrough in the shop and show you what's happening out there. So let's follow along. So we've been adding a bunch of merchandise to the shop for people that are coming through. Just some cool some cool car-related shirts, you know, from Rat Fink to just like Holly and stuff like that. I'm not going to go through it all and bore you to death with a sales pitch, but we've added that to it. We've had a lot of people ask about just other cool car stuff. One of my favorite ones, though, I'll quickly go through, obviously, is the hooker header shirt. We've already sold most of those, but there's a really cool, this is a cool C10, but there's one with like 3 on there that I really liked. Sorry guys, I said I wasn't going to do this, but now here I am. I'm wondering if we already sold them. Oh no, here it is. It's pretty neat. It's got 3 different positions of the C10 on there. But anyway, so yeah, we added that to the shelves here just for people coming through that aren't local. And then of course we have all of our merch over here. And then we've got magnets and a whole bunch of other cool things in here. I'm struggling to remember what all we talked about on the last live on YouTube. So we're kind of getting things in order here, how we want it, which is awesome. The floors are all done, which is looking amazing. Shout out to Zone Garage. We're working with them. We're actually selling these floors. So if you do come through and you want to see different styles, that's the reason for so many different styles in here, is people can see the differences. So that's what's going on here. And yeah, American Graffiti. Let's start at this end. The Milner 32, super cool car. Pretty screen accurate from what we can tell, other than we need to get these headers chromed. So that needs to happen soon. So we might pull those off and get them sent out while it's sitting in here, so it can still be on display. It'll just be missing the headers. And then of course, Harrison Ford's 55. I can't remember his screen name, but I know it was Harrison Ford that was driving that. This one we built here. As you can tell, it's got show quality bodywork and paint on it. Gasser quarters, all steel flip front hood that you can almost not tell is a flip front. Spent thousands of hours on the body and paint just to make this thing so perfect. All steel, even the hood scoop is hand formed, and it's all electronic, and it's set up where you do not scratch the paint. It cannot scratch the paint, open and close it. So yeah, super cool. And then of course we got the Impala, which is super awesome. We've done a bunch of work to this. We didn't build it, but we've done a bunch of work to make it more screen accurate. It had door handles on it and some emblems and stuff that was not correct. So we've done that to that. And also a huge thing that we did to it is they didn't pop the hood, but they talked about it having 6-pack. So we put that on there. Took a while to get that. We got that out of, oh shoot, down south somewhere anyway. I have to look it up, but it was very expensive, but very worth it. Really hard to keep running on it, but it does run. We might make it just run off of 2 of them just to make it that much easier to run. But right now it does run off all 6, and yeah, so we cleaned up the engine bay. We've pulled everything apart. It was really crusty. The fellow that had most of this collection, not all of it, he was really into, making it look good on the outside, and the interiors, under the hood and under the car, he didn't really care about. Where once Kevin got the collection, he wanted everything to be a lot cleaner. So yeah, it's pretty cool that we, even though they don't pop the hood in the movie, they did reference that it had this intake system. So really hard to get, but it looks really cool. And then there's the Edsel. Any of you fanatics out there, you want to let me know what's wrong with this. It's not accurate, but it's very close, but very off. So if you know what it is, please comment below. Let us know what you see is wrong with this. So yeah, super cool car. Not something you see every day, so that is neat. And then of course the police car. One day we want to get this with the axle ripped out of it. Be kind of cool. Maybe get another Galaxy and do an axle out one that we just trailer or something. I'm not sure. We've talked about it, but super cool car. Almost as cool as the Pharaoh's car. This car is such a bear to drive because it doesn't have mirrors. It barely has windows. Barely steers. But it looks damn cool. And then the Vespa. Kind of neat. I was told that when they crashed this in the beginning of the movie that it wasn't part of the script, but they didn't call cut, so he just kind of shook it off, and it became part of the movie. So if you watch it, you'll see him crash, and then you'll see the garbage can fall, and then if you look at the next scene, you'll see they've stood it up kind of in the corner like it's sitting now, so that's why we set it up there. I did have this set up over here, but I'm looking at a way to try and make room to bring the last car of the collection. Of course, Suzanne Summers' T-Bird, which was also Leah and Justin's wedding car. They use this for all their photos, with the roof off, of course, but super cool car. And then the Citroen. So I'm gonna try and rearrange things in here. I don't like where this shirt thing is anyway. I like it in here, but from outside it blocks the cars at night. So I want to move that, and then we'll make room for the Citroen in here, or we'll move something more important up front, and maybe the Citroen will fit back there. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we can just fit the 3 of them end to end. I'm not sure. So yeah. And then yeah, for anybody passing through or anybody local, I just went through this on Facebook Live, but we'll go through it again. We have a bunch of movie, TV show related license plates in stock. These are kind of cool if you're just passing through and want to get something neat for your car or just for the wall in your garage. But yeah, all the California plates from 64 to 74, and then all the popular movie and TV show plates. So there's some cool ones there. And yeah, and then some other stuff if you're passing through. We have tin signs and LED rope signs, and we get some LED clocks in slowly. So lots of cool stuff to grab for yourself, or for a gift for your brother, uncle, dad, grandpa, whatever. Some neat stuff. So yeah, well, now we'll head out into the shop, give you a bit of a walkthrough. The Mustang out here. We did some paint work in the body shop for it, and we're fixing the dash. You know, a lot of people did back in the day. They cut out the radio for a CD player. So we've TIG welded the new piece in, and now it needs to go to the body shop for paint. We did a bit of engine work to it, and yeah, it just needs to go to the body shop to get the dash painted, then it'll come back here for reassembly. The 72 Challenger, you've probably seen it in here before. It's all fired up and ready to go. The customer, I think, is going to complete the project himself at home. Just need a drive shaft for it, and then it can be topped up with transmission fluid and go home. And we've ordered a chrome gas cap for it, not here yet. The Nova, we've done the quarter panels and the mini tubs. Put the front clip on. Bernard's been trying to get that all aligned for the guy. It's been pretty much a race car most of its life. He brought it in from out of province, so it needs inspection. So all the rust had to be fixed, and yeah, so it's pretty much ready to. We need to put up on a hoist tomorrow, do some welding underneath that we didn't do sitting here on the floor. And other than that, it'll go to the body shop for some priming, and then get it back together for the customer to get through inspection. Sorry, getting a text message on my phone while doing a live, and it threw me off because I tried reading it. So anyway, sorry about that. So there we go. And yeah, another cool thing is I was getting ready to set up here for this live. I clicked on our page and realized we hit 3,000 subscribers. I know for most YouTubers that is nothing, but for us, we were hoping to get 3,000 in the first year, and it took an extra month, I guess. I'm not sure exactly when we hit 3,000, but we're exactly 13 months now into YouTube, and we're super honored that we have 3,000 subscribers and loyal people watching. And like all YouTubers say, we have like a 75 to 90% unsubscribed watching rate. So please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us out. But anyway, carry on with our little walkthrough here. C10, we were doing some e-brake work in the back. That's all done. And a bunch of other little things, power steering rack. And the main issue we're finishing now is the rotors were not hub-centric, so the rotors were moving around, and the wheels as well. So we're getting, because it has a 1-inch spacer, so we're getting a bolt-on spacer that hub-centrics the rotor from the backside, and then hub-centrics the wheel on the face side, but bolts on, and then the wheel bolts onto that. So we're waiting for that. And normally we don't like to run spacers, especially on the front, but that's the wheels he's got and the suspension he's got, and that's what has to happen. So this thing should be done real soon, get it over for wheel alignment, and that will be done. Right behind me, we have a Jeep Wrangler, only got 125,000 kilometers. She was having a misfire in the cold start misfire. With some diagnosis, we found water coolant getting into cylinder 6. So it had a head gasket leak, and that was causing problems for startup. So she was down 2.5 liters or so, I think, on coolant. So Dave's just working on getting it all apart today, and we'll get the heads off to the machine shop and hopefully get her back on the road in a couple of days. Over here, we've got, we'll skip by the Camaro for a minute, but we got the Land Cruiser. If you've been following along, it's been here for a while. We're at the tail end of a whole lot of the separate kind of components on it. The steering column is tacked in place, and we need to figure out seat mounting. It sits on top of a fuel tank. It's diesel, of course. It's got the Minimax 4-cylinder Duramax. So it's not gas, so that's good. But we need to get the seat and steering column and everything all positioned. We do have a Toyota steering wheel for it. We've made a cool adapter. Rich over at Razor Customs made for us. It's really cool. I'll try and get some footage of that the next time we do a YouTube video. I think actually I have with past videos that will be coming up. Yeah, so that's almost all done there. The engine's almost ready to fire up. We just finally got the intercooler completed today. So Corbin's fabbed up all the piping. We had to modify this intercooler. The pipes and inlet and outlets came straight out. So we've modified that orientation so it lines up with the area here. We built a really cool modular system here to remove everything in a package. You can fold the grill down and pop that all out. We just need to make the air filter now. We're going to turn it up and throw the filter up there. Not that the customer is going to be driving this in deep water or anything like that. It's got 38-inch tires that are going to go on it. It's going to be nice and high in the air, but just to make it make sense, there's a good spot up there to put the air filter. So it's coming along really nice. Like I said, we're just at the tail end of a million different things we had to wire into this thing and do with it. So that's super cool. The Camaro, Clint's been working on the wiring. We had to rewire the air conditioning. It was a mess. We put a whole new wiring harness in the car, and then we're wiring in the fuel injection. So it's getting a Terminator Stealth on the big block, which is in the back corner here. I'll show you in a minute. We're getting the engine ready. So John was working on the engine while Clinton was working on the wiring. And and John's other project is this Barracuda that is almost done. We got the Riley Motorsports front clip in it with the Willwood brakes. Had to modify the header around the engine mount. These headers were for the swap with the factory suspension, so we had to modify one of the tubes. Kind of hard to show here, but now it has rack and pinion. And so this is almost done. Just working on the e-brake cables and waiting for a drive shaft, and then it'll be done. So and then I got to figure out wheels. So drive shaft, e-brake cables, bleed the brakes, bleed the clutch, and then the Barracuda and the trunk interior, and then just got to figure out wheels. So I thought we had a set that might have worked for him, but we didn't. So that's okay though. We'll figure something out. And one of the fun vehicles that we're doing is in the back here. We'll walk through. And we'll quickly talk about the engine. So it's a 502 engine. I actually took it apart recently in one of the YouTube videos. It was in really good shape. I stopped at the camshaft because everything looked so good. I didn't think I needed to go any further. John went to swap out the new cam and found that somebody did an in-car cam swap on this crate engine, and they beat the heck out of all the cam bearings. And they did it in the car because they cut the aluminum timing cover to make it fit with the oil pan on, broke it, and a chunk of that aluminum ended up in the oil pickup, and a ton of silicone that they put on there also ended up in the oil pickup. So so you never know. You never know what people have done. So then, of course, that was bad. So then we wanted to make sure it was an install issue and not something that had gone through the engine. So we pulled it right apart, and all the bearings in the bottom end are in really good shape. So that's all been put back together, new cam bushings, new cam, and now we need to do lifters as well. I didn't think we were gonna have to, but they're a bit scratched up, so there's no point in not doing them at this point. So got to get some lifters for it, but otherwise the bottom end is pretty much ready to go. And then this is the cool one we're doing for BC DeLorean and other movie cars. This will be a Teen Wolf van. So if you know the movie, you know what it's all about. If not, watch the movie, check it out. You'll see a Teen Wolf guy standing on his hands on the roof, but it needs to be painted kind of a bluey green color. We do need to do some damage on the front to match the movie vehicle. Had some damage on this side, and the grill was all busted up. So we have to do all that. This vehicle must be a little newer. We have to move the tail lights up in the back. We have to take the clearance lights on both sides. It's focusing on my hand. These lights on the top here, on the front and back, weren't on the movie vehicle, so I'm guessing that is a DOT thing that came in later. So this vehicle is probably a few years newer, but it looks very close to what the movie vehicle was. The wiper positioning is off too. The motor's on this side in the movie vehicle. But anyway, we're getting it as close as we can without going crazy stupid on it. Tomorrow we will have it outside. We're going to do a hot pressure wash on it, get all the grime, all the loose paint and everything off of it, fix the major rust areas, fix probably 100 holes in it that we've removed things from, and we need to get this done for March, so we don't have much time. So that's it. That's pretty much the gist of it in the shop right now. We're getting caught up on the YouTube editing, so I might not have to do as many lives, but of course it's good for us to pop on and do the odd one. So I figured I'd do that tonight since I was here late and it's quiet and there's a lot going on. So anyway, that's about that for now. So thanks for following along. Again, please subscribe, please comment, and let us know what you think, good or bad. We don't care. I got thick skin sometimes. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one.